So we drove down to Florida in this little old rusty two-door Geo Tracker, which is like a tiny car. They're really cool, but very tiny. And we were kind of hoping maybe we could find a four-door one while we're down here. And since it's in Florida, it would be a lot less rusty than at home. And oh, check it out! Oh, look at that. One door, two doors. And there's two on the other side too. And then one in the back. I guess technically it's 5. But anyway, I'm very excited. I like this car a lot. Because this is like the this was like the last year that they were still using truck frames in the Geo Trackers, which is awesome because then they don't break, you know. And after 97 they started using car frames, and they got all crappy because they figured out they could sell crappier stuff. But anyway, it does have a few problems. There's a small coolant leak, so I'm going to attempt to solve that problem right now. I hope. First I have to figure out where it is, so I guess I better open the hood. Where is that thing? Ah, yes. Oh, I need my other hand. So here's the fancy engine. It looks quite marvelous. Here's the radiator where the coolant goes, and there's coolant hoses, and here's a hose over here, and here's the coolant reservoir where you can see it's empty because, well, you might not be able to see that, but it's empty because it keeps sucking it in. And you have to put coolant in it like once a week. It's not a horrible leak or anything, but it's enough that, you know, it's something worth fixing. So I'm going to fill it up first because, you know, I don't want to forget to do that. Okay, don't spill. If you don't have steady hands, it's good to have a funnel. Well, it's kind of good to have a funnel anyway. But I'm just not going to go get one, because I don't know where they are. And this is fine. I could make one in like 30 seconds, but whatever. Good enough. Oops, I kind of put a little bit too much paying attention to the camera. And while it would have been kind of convenient to show this trick by doing that on purposely, sort of accidentally, I actually did do it accidentally. But if you need to get some out, you can just stick a tube in there, put your thumb on the top, pull it out, take your thumb off when you have it over something you want to put it into. You know, you should remember this trick from when you were a kid and played with straws. Okay, that's better. Now it's not going to overflow. Okay, so the engine is all complicated, but I know it has to follow the laws of physics, just like everything else. So, where would coolant be coming out of? Here's the radiator. It comes in here, it goes out this tube, does some stuff, comes back in another tube. So I guess I'm just going to start it and then look around and see if I can see any leaks. I'm not too optimistic about that approach, but after I start the engine, there's something else I can do that'll be more likely to find a leak. Okay, so there, it's running. And I'm going to look around and see if there's any obvious leaks. Yeah, it's a really small leak, so it's probably not going to be visually noticeable. But I'll climb under the car and look around and, you know, inspect and do stuff. But I probably won't find anything. And make sure I stay away from all those belts and fans and things. That's the important part. There's no point in fixing your car if you chew your hands up on the fan belt. What about under here? I don't see much. So now I'm going to let the engine get hot so it builds up pressure inside the, you know, the coolant system. See, this still feels cool. But in a few minutes, it'll start feeling warm, and then it'll feel hot, and then there'll be more pressure inside. And then that's when it would leak, actually. It probably wouldn't be leaking now anyway. Okay, that's starting to feel hot. And if we look back here, we can see the fan is going, which means it's trying to cool things off, which means, you know, the engine's all hot and everything. So, you know, I didn't see anything additional, but now I can turn the car off and listen, because, you know, right now there's no point in listening because there's all this noise. But if I turn the car off, then it'll be silent, and there will still be pressure in the system for, you know, a few minutes. And if I listen, I might be able to hear a or something like that, some kind of leak squirting out. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's like... But quieter, so it's hard to hear. So I suppose the plan is to take this off, remove the hose, clean off any gunk that's in there in the connection, get a new one of these things, which luckily my dad had some lying around somewhere. Oh, right over there. Put a new one of these on, tighten it back on, and hopefully it won't leak anymore. But I'm not going to do that right now because everything's hot. So I don't know, I'm going to go play with the baby for a while or something. Alright, cool enough. Yeah, right, like a screwdriver's getting that thing off. Oh my gosh, it did. It moved. Nice. I was not expecting that to come off so easily. Of course, the thing isn't loosening at all. Okay, that's nice and loose. Oh wow. I guess it's coming right off. Don't drop it in the engine, yay! I'm probably gonna need both hands. Oh, nope. Oh, and you can see it was wet all the way out. That's definitely leaking. Okay, let's see if I can do this quick. Alright, didn't really lose too much, good. Hi coolant. I squirted a little bit in the alternator. That should be okay. I think. Coolant doesn't like eat alternators or anything, does it? Let's see. Taiwan or China? Oh hey, here's a Canadian one. I'm Canadian. Alright, let's go. Checking for smoothness. Oh wow, that works nice. Those Canadians know how to make their smooth working turny clampy things. I'm just making that up still. Oh, the Tracker was made in Canada too. That's why it doesn't have the Geo symbol, it has the Chevy symbol. There are a couple other differences in the Canadian factory version too, but totally unimportant. Let's get this sucker on there. Now before I put the hose back on, look at all the gunk and crap on here. Maybe I can get some steel wool and, you know... How do you spell that? Alright, I'm in Dad's garage. He had a bucket of these. He's got to have steel wool in here somewhere. There must be a shortage of steel sheep in the area. This abrasive wheel should be fine though. You know what? For good measure, I'm going to put 2 of those things on. Because there's a lot of space on here. Look how long it is. 2 of those will totally fit. I bet there's some kind of goop you can put on here too to form a better seal. And I bet someone will tell me what it is. That would be kind of cool. Make sure there's nothing in the hose to prevent good seals. I think I'm ready to put that back on, but I'm going to need both hands for that. Oh, maybe. Oh, leaking. Don't leak. Oh, maybe I don't need both hands. Cool. I think that's it. I'm just going to double check everything, make sure I didn't make any mistakes. Give those a couple more tightening. And then I guess I'll start it up. Okay, it's not squirting things everywhere like crazy, so that's a good sign. That means I didn't totally screw up. It looks like it pretty much instantly ate some of the coolant that I put in there earlier. replacing the coolant I spilled down there, so that's a good sign. Now I just have to wait till it gets hot again and turn off the engine and hope it's not going psst anymore. Oh, before everyone informs me, yes, I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, the other Canadian thing, daytime running lights. They automatically come on. Anyway, I think that's hot enough. Listen closely. I hear nothing. Oh, that's so nice. Sweet, now all I have to do is top up the coolant reservoir and, you know, keep checking it to see if it goes down, and hopefully it will stay where it is. In which case I will have fixed the coolant leak. Yay. And I have to give massive credit to Deshana's Craigslisting skills. Ooh, that was a good job getting this thing. She had jumped through a bunch of hoops too. I couldn't get the guy to answer my emails. Four-door geo-tracker, four-wheel drive, high-low gear. I kind of need four-wheel drive and high-low gear to get to my house.